So Ben Mathurin, we saw the style here, we saw the style on the court, one of the most explosive wings in all of college basketball this last year. I know you had the opportunity last year to potentially go in the draft, maybe even as a first-round pick, opted to go back to school. What do you think allowed you to make such a big jump, and where do you think you improved most?
It's just a question about me getting in the gym. Last summer I was 3 times a day in the gym. I knew, from the scouts that I had a lot of things to improve on, and just decided to bet on myself and get back in the gym.
Alright Pistons fans, so in today's video, we are going to be talking about Bennedict Mathurin, and he is my #1 player who I want the Detroit Pistons to take. I'm officially saying it. I've been reviewing a lot of film recently, and he was the guy who I knew the least about when it came to draft lottery time. So I decided to watch some more film on him, since I already knew about Sharp and Murray and all the rest of the guys. And after reviewing the film and doing a lot of research on him, Bennedict Mathurin is my #1 pick who I want the Pistons to take at number 5. But before we get into all of that, please make sure you guys like this video. Today's like goal is 200 likes. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I drop consistent Pistons content. Now let's get into this. Bennedict Mathurin, he's 19 years old right now. He's listed as both a guard and a forward, so you would consider him a wing. He's 6'6", 210 pounds, and he played at Arizona, and he was the Pac-12 Player of the Year. So first I'm going to hit you guys with some stats, then I'm going to get into his positives and negatives, and then I'll end the video by putting an emphasis on why I want the Pistons to take Mathurin. So let's get into this. His stats for his sophomore season at Arizona: he averaged 17 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, while shooting 36% from the three-point line. So the positives. Why do I like Bennedict Mathurin so much? Why have I put him past Ivy and Sharp and all the rest of the guys? Well, the first thing is his fast break ability, okay? And what I mean by that is he is a fast break scorer, but he's not one of those guys who pushes the ball. And, with the Detroit Pistons, what we have currently, we have Cade Cunningham, who can push the ball on the fast break. We have Killian Hayes, who can also push the ball on the fast break. But, we need more guys like Hamidou Diallo, who are on the wings, ready to score, ready to catch these passes from Cade Cunningham and Killian Hayes. And someone like Bennedict Mathurin definitely fits into that role on the fast break, where he is one of these guys who just always ends up in the right position in the fast break, ready to score. So I'm just imagining it right now with all of the guys that we have on this roster. Bennedict will fit right in on the break with the Pistons, ready to run and go. The next thing that I will talk about is that he is an off-ball scorer, and this is exactly what the Pistons need to pair up with Cade Cunningham right now. Bennedict Mathurin is a guy who continuously, ran off of screens and would shoot three-pointers and make them. He would shoot them contested or wide open. It didn't matter because of how confident he is as a shooter, and he made most of those shots. He has the off-ball scoring capability, and then also if you want to, you could just put him in a corner. He'll be there waiting for the ball to come to him, and he could shoot the three. Just all areas of off-ball scoring, Bennedict just excels at a high level. And out of all the guys at the top, some people may disagree with me by saying this, and some people may try to argue for other guys, but I believe that he's the best off-ball scorer at the top of this class from the wing position. As I said earlier, 36% three-point shooter. You obviously would love for it to be a little bit better, but he gets the job done from the three-point line. And then also speaking on, his jumper itself, it's smooth, it's quick, it's pure. I love the way that he shoots the basketball. It just works. Especially after, seeing Saban Lee and Hamidou Diallo training shooting three-pointers. It was very refreshing to watch Bennedict Mathurin shoot the ball. Something else that I will say about Bennedict is that he is athletic, he's really fast, he's quick, and then he also can dunk the ball pretty good as well. I could definitely imagine in the future, him catching lobs from Killian Hayes. I highly recommend that you guys can go, look up some highlight tapes of him dunking. he really can throw it down. Now let's talk about his defensive ability. I would say that there's more positive there than negative, but there are a few negatives to his defensive game. So first off, I will say that he is versatile. He's one of those guys who can guard, multiple positions. With him being 6'6", you can put him on a guard or a forward, and most of the time he does pretty well. But he does leave a lot to be desired. At times it looks like he just gets lost out there, where he'll not even pay attention to the guy who he's guarding. And there's just so many plays where I watch him and I'm thinking, like, is he not trying? Does he not pay attention? I don't know. So he does have the versatility on defense, but I would say that he lacks the consistency to be considered a good defensive player. His defense is not what you would want it to be. It's good, but it can be much, much better. And then something else, I want to play a clip here for you guys. Troy Weaver, he said it, the Pistons need more scoring. When Cade gets out the game, or once Grant went down with that injury, and Saddiq Bey, if he goes to the bench, who do we have to score the ball? Is Killian Hayes going to score? Corey Joseph? Frank Jackson is off and on. He's not consistent. This Pistons team definitely needs more scoring. So play the Troy clip right now.
We need to add scoring.
Is that like 3-point shot?
I don't care how it goes in 3, 2, 1. We need some more scoring.
Well, and Troy made a good point. We talked about this before the season. He wanted to establish the defense first, which totally makes sense with a young team. That's what you want to do. And for me, and I told Troy the story, years ago, I fought the three-point shooting. Well, we got to shoot more threes, got to shoot. No, I want to make more threes. But they would convince me the more you shoot. But again, you've got to maintain the scoreboard. And like Troy said, whether it's twos, threes, the hard, old-fashioned way, but we got to increase it because the league scoring, if you look at the history over the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, is skyrocketing. And defensively, I thought we took a huge step this year, and guys committed to the defensive end. But like Troy said, we got to, and again, some of it's going to come internally with our players improving. That's one thing I told all the coaches, all the players, guys got to get shots up and work as well as playing and working on the defensive aspects and playing basketball, but they've got to work on their shooting, whether it's free throws or three-point shooting, to keep the scoreboard moving.
So yes, and adding someone like Bennedict Mathurin will definitely help out in the scoring department. And then the last thing that I'll say about him, this is a bit of a negative, is that, I want him to add a little bit more variety to his offensive game. I said the same thing about Saddiq Bey as well before this season started. I wanted Saddiq Bey to add a little bit more to his bag, and Saddiq definitely did in the offseason, so that was good to see. And Bennedict, his handle needs a little bit of work, and I would love for him to, emphasize a little bit more on his mid-range game, because I definitely believe he has a lot of potential there. So I just want him to add, more moves to his arsenal so that he can be more of a threat offensively. So that's basically everything, man. I definitely believe he's going to be one of those guys who, he'll end up in the 50-40-90 club. I believe if he ever reaches his peak, we could definitely, have a borderline all-star type of guy. And then the number one reason why, I just love him the most is that I just feel like he fits exactly what Cade Cunningham needs on the wing. What I was talking about the other day when I was speaking on Jaden Ivey. Ivy is not going to be a Klay Thompson to Stephen Curry, but I definitely believe Bennedict Mathurin could be the Klay Thompson to Curry for Cade Cunningham. So he's my guy, man. As of right now, my number one pick on the board, who I want the Pistons to take, is Bennedict Mathurin. I could be wrong about this. I could even change my opinion on this a few weeks down the line as we get closer to the draft, but as of right now, Bennedict is my guy. So Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 5K, and I'm out.